Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, let me call you back, man.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hi. So I have this stain, and I heard you're the guy.
Say no more. Valley Dry Cleaning's got you covered. There you go, man.
Cool, man. Hey, man, you got it out. What'd you guys do?
Let's just say we've got a secret weapon.
Thanks, man.
The radio, the Imperial Valley's AM1230 KXO El Centro, California. Morning, Gene.
Good morning.
We survived the weekend.
We certainly did.
Lots of things going on.
Every day.
Yes.
Not
and
just
it's going
the
to
weekend.
Continue.
That's what I understand. We'll talk more about that throughout the week and into next week. Fair opens on Friday.
Really?
That's the rumor that I hear.
I wonder who started that rumor.
I don't want to, divulge my sources.
Okay, it wasn't Alan Phillips, was it?
I don't want to divulge my sources.
Okay.
We'd like to stay on the good side of Alan.
Okay, just curious. We've got news. We've got other good stuff. You'll love this one. A new study out. It shows the average Canadian exercises more than the average American. Yeah, that's if you count shivering as exercise.
Exercise. Well, you know what? Hey, if that's a free bonus that comes along with it, what can you say?
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh, and scientists in Europe say they can make great tasting butter from squished insects.
Ooh.
Yeah. And of course, you know it's free. You just scrape it off your windshield.
That's right. For all of us down here, the rise of making that goes up in the summertime. A lot of windshields are cleaned.
Yes. And, with all those little yellow butterflies from the alfalfa fields, the butter is yellow, naturally.
That's right. Those 3-day butterflies that most only last a day.
Well, or even less when you're driving down the county road.
Yeah, smacking them with your windshield.
Yes. Oh, well. Are you ready for some birthdays?
Birthdays. Yes, there's an echo in this room. Yes.
Okay. Actor Dominic Chianese is 89. Singer Joni Summers, 79. Actress Jenny O'Hara is 78. Actor Barry Bostwick, 75. Singer-producer Rupert Holmes. Didn't he do the Pina Colada song?
Yeah, Rupert.
He's 73. Actor Edward James Olmos. Almost what? He's 73. Musician George Thorogood is 70. No word on the Destroyers. Actress Deborah Jo Rupp is 69. Actress Helen Shaver, 69. Actor Mark Moses, 62. Actress Beth Broderick is 61. Actor Billy Zane, 54. Actress Bonnie Somerville, 46. Actor Wilson Bethel is 36. Actor Andrew Koch is 32. Actor Daniel Kaluuya, or whatever, is 31. Okay. Those would be some of them, the relatively big shot birthdays. And we've got local ones coming up. It's the California Midwinter Fair and Fiesta, Farm to Ferris Wheel.
Here we go, please! But we've never been, and it's the funnest place on earth.
KXO AM1230 and FM 107 will be broadcasting live from the fair every day.
Oh, yeah, they're going to the big fair in town. Well, they got some of the funniest things you ever saw.
Join in the fun and meet your favorite KXO personalities.
Come on, boy, let's go to the fair. See the funny sights in the cool night air.
The KXO broadcast booth is brought to you in part by
McNeesmart at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro, your one-stop convenience store. And Gordon's Carpet, one floor and home. They do it all. Everything you need to beautify your floors and windows. 945 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
We'll see you at the fair. Let's celebrate our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Angie Robles, Cookie Smith, Robert De Leon, Royce Freeman, Fausto Lizarde, Caitlin Levesque, Rudy Vasquez, Jordana Cardenas, Sarah Olmeida, Sid Hester, Veronica Chagres, Adria Mascarenas, Ivan Prates, Brenda Briones, Carlos Uribe, Gwendolyn Smith, Rosa Espinosa, Susanna Rasmussen, and Davy Cook Jr. Happy birthday from KXO.
All right. You made it. All of you. Another year.
One more year.
One more year.
Yeah, okay. Today, by the way, is Tortilla Chip Day. Pass the guacamole, would you?
Mm-hmm.
It's also World Bartender Day.
Okay. Everybody's got to have a day.
Well, yes. Yes, bartenders, most of whom have a degree in psychotherapy, right?
Mm-hmm. Or toxology, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't want to hear your problems, bud. I got my own, right?
That's right.
Oh, well. And, well, there was another study out. This study shows wearing a nicotine patch may help the elderly with memory loss. Yeah, it helps them remember when the price of a pack of cigarettes was
cheap.
only a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
I have no idea what cigarettes are now, but I got a hunch they're in the $8 to $10 range.
Well, if you notice, people are being escorted to their car.
Yes.
So they don't get rolled.
Yes.
That'll tell you how
You roll your
expensive
own?
they are. Well, I'm sure that they've contemplated that as well, too. But, yeah, they asked for the security guard to
Yes.
Escort them to their car so they're safe and won't get rolled for their cigarettes.
Let's see. I think when I was in the military, it was like 11 cents a pack.
Yeah, well, that wasn't for real, but yes, that was, when I say for real, the real people on the outside, they were paying more money than that, but...
Yes. Oh, and you got a little
relative.
4-pack of cigarettes in a your box of sea rations.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as they weren't waterlogged.
No, they were packed
But
watertight.
that's right. You were in the Army, not the Navy. So
right.
Water was not something that those in the Army are really. What should I say?
Well,
they're not compared with.
Obviously, you've never spent 2 weeks in the field when it was raining the whole time. Anyway.
No.
Mardi Gras tomorrow in New Orleans.
Well, and already it's happened here.
Yes, Mardi Gras translates from the French as Fat Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
But in today's politically correct world, that should be plus size Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And of course, if Mardi Gras or Shrove Tuesday or Fat Tuesday is tomorrow, Wednesday would be Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday, that's right.
Yes. Ah, well. And since tomorrow is Fat Tuesday, we're going to invite all of the thin people to hang in there. The time will come when you get your very own special day, too.
Your due. You're a due. Yes.
Ah, well, I can hardly wait.
Well, it looks like they had a really decent crowd for Saturday night for the city of El Centro's Mardi Gras, even in spite of the wind that came about. Seemed like the wind started to die down as the sun went down.
And that often occurs, and I think a lot of it had to do with everybody loves King Jack and Queen Frances.
They were, of course. They were in honor, the royalty.
The royal couple. I think they're ready to take over for Meg and Harry in Great Britain.
I don't think they want to be compared with Meg and That just doesn't ring well with me. But maybe that's what they want to do. I don't know.
Hard to say. We'll ask Jack next time we see him. Better yet, we'll ask Frances.
He may not talk to us.
She'll make the decision.
Yes, he may not talk to us after that comparison.
Are you ready for news?
We're ready.
Okay, we're going to jump in with a look at World and California news headlines right now. They are brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News special report.
I really believe it's the virus for sure.
Market trader Peter Tuchman blames this morning's steep stock slide on continuing spread of the coronavirus. All three indices opened more than 3% lower. Right now, the Dow is down 817 points.
You had a whole weekend of this churning and burning in people's thoughts. People said, you know what, I'd rather be the first one to the cell table.
7 people have now died of the virus in South Korea. U.S. troops may have been exposed at a base in Daegu. Correspondent Raimi Inocencio.
Today, a first for the U.S. military in Korea. A 61-year-old woman linked to an American soldier at this base has now tested positive for coronavirus.
The death toll also up to 7 in Italy. CBS's Sabina Castelfranco.
Schools, universities, museums, and cinemas have been closed, and all public gatherings have been banned in northern Italian regions in efforts to stop the coronavirus from continuing its relentless surge.
CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Affordable, quiet, and reliable, you can count on a furnace from York because it's backed by the strongest warranties available. It's just another way we install confidence. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501 to learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this season. That's 353-4501. Contractor license 6966216.
California headline news. Packed house in Staples Center in L.A. today for the memorial service for Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna. All tickets have been spoken for, and the president of Staples Center wants anyone without a ticket to stay away.
The Los Angeles Lakers, the Bryant family, and LAPD are encouraging people not to come down to L.A. Live unless you have a ticket or a parking pass in order to pick up a ticket.
Lee Seidman, today's ceremony largely planned by Bryant's widow Vanessa, coming nearly a month after Kobe and Gianna died along with 7 others in a helicopter crash in Calabasas. Investigation continuing into a charter bus crash in San Diego County over the weekend that left 3 women dead and 18 injured. George Chen and his wife saw it happen.
We saw it swerve a little bit, and then when it hit the side of the road, it just flipped.
Tumbled over.
It flipped to like 6-7 times.
The bus was equipped with seatbelts, but most passengers weren't using them. Greyhound will no longer allow border agents without a warrant to board its buses to conduct routine immigration checks. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California news headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
Okay, you know how it feels when you've saved enough for that long-awaited home edition? Now imagine an addition on that addition. Whoa. That's the feeling with Capital One, where a new savings account earns an interest rate 5 times the national average. That's right, 5 times, as represented by 5 times more singers. This is banking reimagined. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Rate comparison based on FDIC national rate. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
When was the last time you read the Constitution? Specifically Article 1, Section 2. The Founding Fathers thought it was critical to count the population every 10 years so that congressional representation will be based on facts. And it also helps inform how billions in funding are spent every year. The census is our opportunity to be heard. And if you think about it, our civic duty.
Shape your future. Start here. Learn more at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 2 locations in the valley, on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and on in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Monday morning, a bicycle was stolen from a residence in the 1000 block of Lynn Ray in El Centro. The report was made to the El Centro Police Department early Saturday afternoon that a man had taken a bike, but that the resident was able to confront the thief and take the bike back. The suspect walked away from the scene, and the resident followed him to the area of Orange and Imperial Avenues, where police were able to arrest the thief. He was booked into Imperial County Jail for charges to include trespassing, theft, and drug possession. The 39-year-old man is reported to have apologized for taking the bike. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested 2 women, both convicted felons, at the Highway 78 checkpoint near Blythe. At about 5 a.m. Wednesday, the women approached the checkpoint where a canine team alerted to their car. In secondary inspection, agents found a loaded revolver with altered serial numbers in a bag in the trunk. The driver said the gun was hers, and the passenger stated she removed the serial numbers from the firearm. Both women were found to have multiple felony convictions that precluded them from legally possessing the gun. Both women were taken into custody. On Tuesday, Border Patrol agents arrested an aggravated felon from Mexico after he crossed the border illegally near San Luis, Arizona. The man, 37-year-old Cruz Guillermo Baron Nunez, was convicted of first-degree murder and armed robbery in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 2003. Baron Nunez was treated at Yuma Regional Medical Center after complaining of leg pain. He is being processed for immigration violations. KXO News Time 744.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the Valley, on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And Quick Lane has the best prices on name brand tires, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro.
A 31-year-old Arizona man was arrested Saturday morning in El Centro. Police were called by an El Centro resident at about 8:30 a.m. Saturday with a report that someone had knocked down his fence. Officers were able to locate a car parked in the area and detained a suspect that was nearby. Officers were able to determine the car had been stolen and that the suspect was a parolee in Arizona. The suspect was arrested and booked into Imperial County Jail on a variety of charges, including possession of stolen property, trespassing, resisting arrest, and possession of narcotics. Well, the regular meeting of the Calipatria City Council is scheduled to take place tomorrow, February the 25th. The meeting will get underway in council chambers at 6 p.m. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Let me tell you about someplace very special with very special people. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch, well, so much more than peanuts. Well, how about fudge? They have fudge, 80-plus, handmade, melt-in-your-mouth flavors of fudge. And they've got peanuts, of course, raw, salted, roasted, blanched, in the shell, out of the shell. They're nuts about America's favorite snack, farm fresh peanuts at the Peanut Patch. What would you expect? You will find the Peanut Patch is a great place to shop for your friends back east. And at the Peanut Patch, they've got a post office on site. They ship right from there to your friends back east or wherever. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Stop by. They're open Monday through Saturday. They'd love to show you around. Ask about tours of the Peanut Patch in Yuma. It's page 2 of the local news and weather, all brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
A SUV ran off the roadway at the eastbound interstate off-ramp to Imperial Avenue Saturday night. El Centro Police and Fire Department personnel responded to the accident at about 6:45 p.m. Saturday. The driver of the truck was able to walk away from the accident with what were determined to be minor injuries. California Highway Patrol is handling the investigation into the accident. The Small Business Development Center is offering workshops and events for local businesses. On February 27th and March 12th, there will be a workshop, Start Your Own Business in a Day. It's an intensive small group workshop that will give an overview, including structure and entity creation. Topics include understanding business taxes, alternate financing, business loans, credit repair, apps to build credit, and seed money. There will also be discussion of creating a business plan, market analysis, and marketing. Space is limited, and you can register on the SBDC website. SBDC will also offer training in starting a daycare at home on March 5th and QuickBooks training for your business on March the 9th. The Imperial County Ag Benefit Advisory Committee will meet today. The meeting will start at 3 p.m. in the Ag Commissioner's office in El Centro. On the agenda are topics that include the Ag Benefit Scholarship Program and the Public Benefit Loan RFQ. The public is invited to attend the meeting. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says dry conditions and normal temperatures have returned and will persist through Wednesday. Breezy conditions expected tomorrow. High pressure late in the week and into this weekend will lead to temperatures across the Imperial and Yuma valleys nearing or reaching the lower 80s. A storm system early next week may bring another chance for precipitation and cooler temperatures. 80 the high yesterday, 55 the low. Sunny today with a high near 81, light wind. Clear tonight with a low around 50. North-northeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Tuesday will be sunny with a high near 79. North wind 5 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. 51 degrees downtown, 69% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 3 miles an hour. Traffic accident, Highway 111 and Ross Road. 3 vehicles reported in the center divider. No other information available at this time. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Dad, they're hungry.
Siri, restaurants nearby.
Here are some options.
I want some Chipotle fries.
And I want an Imperial Thick Burger.
But I want a salad.
Okay, I just want a juicy burger and an ice cold beer. And I don't want to miss the game.
Everyone quiet, please. I have the place. Burgers and beer. Great food. Ice cold beer, and you can watch your favorite game.
Burgers and beer has something delicious for everyone. Burgers and beer. The best burgers in town.
You're welcome.
It's sports time, brought to you by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers in Brawley, Holtville, and El Centro. That's where you'll find what you need when you need it. NBA action yesterday. The Lakers topped the Celtics 114-112. Nuggets, they beat up on the Timberwolves 128-116. Raptors, they blew up the Pacers 127-81. Bulls beat the Wizards 126-117. Thunder topped the Spurs 131-103. Pelicans pounded the Warriors 115-101. And the Trailblazers over the Pistons 107-104. Meanwhile, the Milwaukee Bucks have clinched the earliest playoff berth in at least 15 years. Yeah, and the NBA postseason doesn't begin for another 55 days.
a home improvement project? Let your friends at Imperial Hardware Company lend a hand. Our do-it centers provide the sweet spot between convenience and selection, combining the value and variety of a big box with the ease of visiting a neighborhood market. Our helpful and courteous staff will get you outfitted for any task in no time. Imperial Hardware Company is locally owned and family operated, proudly serving this community for over a century. We carry only the best products and top name brands. Visit us in Brawley, El Centro, and Holtfield to find what you need when you need it. Get it done with a little help from Imperial Hardware Company. Don't forget, we serve local businesses too. Ask us about our commercial accounts for contractors, property managers, handy workers, agribusiness, and more.
Well, Joey Logano and his new crew chief led the NASCAR Cup Series race and wound up in victory lane for the second year in a row, winning a two-lap sprint to the finish that ended under a caution flag. San Diego Padres have agreed to a minor league deal with Brian Dozier. Dozier is a 32-year-old right-handed hitter expected to join the club today once he completes his physical. Dozier is a second baseman. It's getting kind of congested in the infield. Jurickson Profar is the projected starter at second base. Greg Garcia is the primary backup and utility option. But Dozier will have a chance to pick up the job. And it'll be interesting. Dozier is particularly good against left-handed pitching, which gives the Padres some room. Meanwhile, Madison Baumgartner, he uses a fake name and regularly participates in rodeos. Yeah, Mason Saunders. Yeah. Competes in rodeos. Yeah. I don't think that's part of your contract there, Mad Bum. Yeah, that's between you and the Diamondbacks. That's it for Sports Time. Brought to you this morning by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers in El Centro, Hopeville, and Brawley. Get it done with a little help from the Imperial Hardware Company. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs. From business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at weather brought to you by Styles and Smiles Complete Salon Services. Call for an appointment or you can walk in. Styles and Smiles on Imperial Avenue by Cardenas Market in El Centro. The Dow Jones Industrial Average currently down 805 points at 28,187. The S&P 500 is off 93. And the NASDAQ down 297. That means gold is shot up almost $30 an ounce. Oil off about $2.50 per barrel. And what's going on? Well, everybody seems to be concerned about the coronavirus and what effects it's having on retail and financial markets. Shares of Tesla dropped 7% over coronavirus worries. The company has production facilities in China and derives more than a tenth of its sales from that country. Bank stocks like Bank of America, J.P. Morgan Chase and Company fell as lower long-term Treasury yields threatened to crimp lending profits. And Starbucks and Skechers USA took a hit as the virus outbreak threatened to disrupt its Chinese operations.
It's a new year, and Styles and Smiles wants you to look your best. But first, you need to make an appointment by calling 760-960-2382. That's 960-2382. Now, Styles and Smiles is a complete salon specializing hair, nails, cosmetics. And if it's time for a change, let Styles and Smiles transform your ordinary into extraordinary with their expert stylists. Bring the whole family because they do it all. Call now and make an appointment at 760-960-2382. That's 960-2382. Styles and Smiles, located by Cardenas Market in El Centro.
It will be sunny today with a high near 81, light wind. Clear tonight with a low around 50, north-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Tuesday, sunny with a high near 79, north wind 5 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. 52 degrees downtown. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Styles and Smiles, here to help you look your best. Styles and Smiles on Imperial Avenue by Cardenas Market in El Centro.
Sometimes democracy is a birthright. Sometimes it is a gift. Today, it's a fight, and I'm asking you to stand and fight with me.
Michael Bloomberg on bringing our country back together.
This election is a referendum on the meaning of America. It is about what we will tell our children, what we did at this time. This election is about whether we recognize that all groups who have been marginalized, excluded, scapegoated, or far worse, rise and fall together. And that is our best hope, standing together, rejecting demagogues who try to seduce us by dividing us, and uniting behind the only shield that can protect us, our common values as American citizens and as God's children. That is what this election is about, and that is why I'm running, to repair the damage and to move our nation forward. Together, we will get it done. I'm Mike Bloomberg, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mike Bloomberg 2020.
KXO, El Centro, California.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan. Investors are feeling the effects of the coronavirus as there are fears the growing outbreak will be labeled a pandemic before too long. Market trader Peter Tuchman says the sell-off began right away on Wall Street.
We opened down 991 points. That could be the largest opening down I've ever seen.
Right now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down about 800 points. There's where the White House is preparing a new budget request to handle costs linked to the virus. New cases have been reported throughout the Middle East. In Iran, there's a dispute over how high the death toll really is in that country. CBS's Ramy Inocencio is in South Korea, where a woman linked to a U.S. military base tested positive.
There is a sense of concern that is morphing into anxiety, presumably if this continues, and there's every reason to believe, unfortunately, that it will, that there may be some kind of government-mandated lockdown to try to control this.
The Democratic presidential candidates have turned their focus to South Carolina. There's a debate tomorrow night and a primary Saturday. CBS's Ed O'Keefe is in Charleston.
South Carolina has the largest percentage of African-American voters in an early primary state. Joe Biden has been leading among them, but his support has fallen 19% with them since the fall. Bernie Sanders won in Nevada over the weekend with support from women, Latino voters, and young voters.
Now to India, where there's plenty of excitement surrounding the visit by President Trump. He went to the Taj Mahal and he heaped praise on Prime Minister Modi at a big rally. CBS News White House correspondent Ben Tracy.
President Trump seems confident that eventually he's going to get some sort of trade deal with India, but right now it does seem to be relying on the personal connection between these two leaders, and obviously Modi pulling out all the stops here to make President Trump feel welcome and to kind of build up that relationship. Certainly he's playing the long game too, hoping that perhaps he can get a more favorable deal as this goes on.
In just a few hours, thousands will pay tribute to Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna at the L.A. Staples Center. It'll draw the famous and everyday fans of the late NBA legend.
We wanted to be the first ones here. We wanted to make sure we didn't miss anything about it. We wanted to be first in line, first in the door, and
We're ready.
Katherine Johnson, one of the NASA mathematicians who broke barriers for blacks and women and was portrayed in the film Hidden Figures, has died. Johnson was 101 years old. Wall Street, the Dow is down 824 points. NASDAQ is down 315 points. And the S&P 500's down 92. This is CBS News.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open an account with a savings rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
America is a great big country.
Filled with all kinds of different people.
And we all count.
That's why the 2020 census
wants to make sure we're all counted.
Why is it so important?
Because the census helps inform how hundreds of billions of dollars will be spent each year for things like
new roads, health clinics,
even more school programs.
So make sure you're counted.
Because you count.
Shape your future. Start here. Learn more at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
Let's say you just bought a house. Bad news is, you're one step closer to becoming your parents. You'll proudly mow the lawn. Ask if anybody noticed you mowed the lawn. Tell people to stay off the lawn. Compare it to your neighbor's lawn. And complain about having to mow the lawn again. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and save on your car insurance. Which, of course, will go right into the lawn. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Court action today in London as American lawyers are explaining why Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks founder, should be extradited to the U.S. to face spy charges.
This extradition trial will not decide Julian Assange's guilt or innocence, but whether he would face fair and humane treatment in the U.S. and whether the alleged crimes are also considered crimes here. Assange's lawyer, Jennifer Robinson, insists they are not.
This indictment criminalizes traditional news-gathering activities that mainstream journalists engage in the public interest all the time.
If extradited and found guilty of all 18 charges relating to the leaks of Pentagon and State Department cables, Assange could face a sentence totaling 175 years. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Most tandem floats connected together have been banned for the brief time left in Carnival season in New Orleans after the death of a man during a Saturday Mardi Gras parade. It was the second death there in just a few days. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Here is some great news. If you missed the deadline to sign up for health insurance, or if you sign up for a plan that you're just not happy with, you still have a choice. It's called MediShare. It's the affordable alternative to health insurance, and it's worked beautifully for 25 years. They have more than 400,000 members now around the country. MediShare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry, and over the years, members have shared over $3 billion of each other's medical bills, so they could help share your needs too. And best of all, you could save a lot of money with MediShare. The typical savings for a family is about $500 a month. Your savings could be more or less, but think about what you could do with that extra money every month. You're not stuck with a high-cost health plan. You can join MediShare anytime, so call them today and check it out. Here's the number to find out more, and there's no pressure. They are super easy to talk to. Call 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Danger, excitement, mustaches. It's time for another episode
with Carroll Buckley, AM 1230 KXO.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
This is an ugly candy bar, Peter Paul's almond cluster. It bulges from the way they stuff those almonds and crunchy stuff inside. It's so ugly, in fact, we're not going to show it to you. But don't go away, we're going to show you something. Isn't that something? Believe me, it's better than looking at our candy bar. Funny thing, ugly as it is, almond cluster tastes just beautiful. Why people who make such a crunchy, chocolatey candy can't fix the way it looks? I don't know, maybe we should be on the radio or something, skywriting.